My name is Edward Peter, the area manager here at National Water Authority. At National Water Authority here we cover the districts of Amuria, Serere, and also the same water that we produce from Awoja goes up to Kaberimaido and Kalaki. So I'm here to address you, the media team and the general public in regards to the current state of water supply here in Soroti, Amuria, Kaberimaido and Kalaki. Now, recently we are aware that we got a wave of floods that invaded us right from the upstreams, from Bugisu, Kapchora sides, that is at the sides of Sebe and Karamoja, that usually passes around River Awoja and it proceeds to Agu and then later on joins to Lake Kyoga. Now, when you got the wave of that water, somehow because of the flooding at Lake Kyoga, the water kind of stagnated, could not move, and the turbid water or the strong color that came from the upstream stayed longer at the River Awoja. Now that a little bit gave some challenge to our teams to deliver in the previous days the expected color of water that we were used to. However, we earlier on came out to give confidence to the community that all the rest of the parameters during our production were being met. And I want to repeat this, that we were meeting all the parameters that are given to us to follow by World Health Organization and also by national standards, Bureau of Standards. We were meeting all those parameters, apart from the shock that the community met when it came to the color. However, currently, we had a team of professors that we came and camped at the Awoja treatment plant to come and do thorough research on how we could address the prevailing issue of color that he had stayed. And I can tell you strongly that we have managed to configure our systems with the current technologies that will help us neutralize the aspect of color that had become a general outcry and probably the talk of the dirty water within the areas of our supply here in Soroti, Amuria, Kaberimaido and Kalaki. I also want to inform the general community that now that we have achieved that part, we also want to encourage you to go ahead and clear your sources, your storage facilities. For example, the tanks that you have at home, you need to help also us and clean them, because sometimes we delay at home there to clean these storage facilities, and therefore now if we keep sending you this clean water, and guess when you have not prepared your storage facilities, it can easily get mixed up, and then for you will continue to have an issue. The last thing is that we also have challenges in our operations, routine operations. If you are familiar with the word bursts or leakages, sometimes they also help aid the compromisation of our quality. It does not mean necessarily that is what we are producing, but it means that when we get these challenges, sometimes there is some infiltration of especially things like sand. Now, our tariffs have stayed for some time. Yeah, I can categorically tell you that National Water does not sell water beyond 90 shillings in end of those tariffs. The domestic tariff is very much affordable. It is within a range of 4,224 shillings, and the public standpipes, which also is set for communities that cannot afford to take water into their homes, is equally very, very cheap, because National Water gives such public standpipes water below 50 shillings, and therefore they can be in position to supply that water at less than or not more than 100 shillings.
When the clients experience the contaminated water, I used to see them still consuming.
Yes.
Do you think that you, the management of water or sewage corporation, were endangering those clients?
I want to repeat that from the beginning, I said that the water we're supplying was meeting the rest of the parameters, and which are actually the greatest concern. those other parameters that actually we're managing were fully handled to the dot and to the acceptable standards. I remember saying that at the beginning. And then I also said that the aspect of color was the only issue. And color in the water does not necessarily mean that there was a danger in the water. No, there are other sources that naturally are used in places which maybe, I think, if you go far in the western part, there are some sources that are facing such scenarios more than what you're familiar here. But that's what they are using, those sources there. But the aspect of color is not a danger to your consumption or for human health. The rest of the things, for example, the pH, the biological, the bacteriological aspects, the issues of residues, the issues of alkalinity, the issues of hardiness, all those things are managed. Heavy metals, those ones, once they don't feature in the water supply, or the water that we are supplying, it is safe and clean.